Here we are once again on Thursday evenings at the Warrior Healing Center to do the Veteran Business Owned Spotlight, Cochise County. Yes, we are both veterans and we both own businesses locally. And we've had a lot of guests on our show so far. My name is Robert Ishoy, and this is Eric Z.
That's me, Eric Z, the place to be. You know me, Eric Z.
So, yeah, our whole purpose is to do two things. First of all, we are here to support the Warrior Healing Center and all the fantastic work they do for veterans in our community. I mean, it's a nonprofit organization. The people that work in this center, they dedicate their lives, their time, and effort to help veterans.
I like to call it the central hub of Cochise County or even southern Arizona, where there's lots of activities, events, anything of that nature for veterans. And they also get all the national, regional, and any other veteran organizations involved. So if they don't have what you're looking for, they can point you in the right direction.
Yeah. And we're a perfect example of how they reach out, because it was them that reached out to us and said, we want to help businesses in Cochise County that are owned by veterans. We want to help you guys. So they actually reached out to us and built this network. So another example of how the Warrior Healing Center is doing so much for our community. They're trying to help me. They're trying to help you and all these other veterans that own businesses in town. So, or in county, I should say, in county, not just in Sierra Vista. So kudos to the Warrior Healing Center and all that they do. So, of course, we've had different guests on every week and highlighting different businesses. And we don't have a guest No, we do have a guest.
Where are they?
Yeah, we do have a guest, but it is right there.
It's me. It's me. It's that keto guy, the keto villain himself, EZ. What's up, everybody? Let's have some fun.
We are going to have fun, even though we're missing the football game. Well, the first half of the football game.
Not even the first half, maybe the first quarter, maybe a little bit. That's all right. Yeah. It gets interesting later on.
Yeah. At least it's not my team playing tonight. So
ain't my team playing tonight.
So that's all right.
That's Sunday night.
Mine's Monday night.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right. Go Vikings. Just
Go Bears.
Oh, are you a Bear? Oh, boy. We did not know I was a Vikings fan. He was a Bears fan.
That's how the fight started, Your Honor.
Yeah. Oh, boy, this is going to be interesting throughout the football season.
Ditka.
So, anyway, Eric is our guest tonight, and he has his own business, and he has been promoting it for quite some time. And he's going to explain the details of his business tonight to us so we can better understand it. I've learned a little bit from him already. I find it quite fascinating. I've tried I've tried one of your products so far. I plan to try some more. And
that might be tonight.
That might be tonight?
Tonight.
Oh, really? I'm going to get a sample.
We're about to see.
Oh, I might get samples. See? Yeah. There's advantages to being a host of this show.
Some perks. You got some perks. A little bit of perks going on over here.
You already gave me water.
You even got free water. Where can you get free water these days? You know what I'm saying?
It is cold.
It's that Arctic. I just saw, what's his name? Not Happy Gilmore, but the water boy. It's that good quality H2O. You know, it's always cold.
I'm drinking water and you're over there drinking hot coffee. But not just hot coffee, I bet.
Oh, no, it's just hot coffee this time. Believe me. That's coming.
Okay.
It's coming.
Yeah, because he does have a coffee drink. That's the one I've tried so far. It's really good. It's actually really good. So let's get started.
All right.
Hey, do you go ahead, and I think you can probably take the ball and run with it.
I can run with this one.
Yeah, I think so.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is me, Eric Z, and I am a promoter for Prove It. Drink ketones and burn fat for fuel. And here's how it goes. In case anybody doesn't know, there is such thing known as a keto diet. A lot of people like to get keto diet confused with ketones. And in a way, yeah, sure. But this is what we're talking about. Your body naturally produces ketones. when you're doing a keto diet and you do intermittent fasting, because then after a while your body produces ketones, and that in fact produces, well, helps burn fat for fuel. So it gives you more energy, it keeps you going. One of the bad things about that, not that there's anything bad with it, but as far as timeline wise, it could take days, it could take weeks, and you have to stay steady on the keto diet. You have to stay steady on intermittent fasting so that your body can go ahead and naturally produce that.
So this is, wait, let me follow up.
Okay.
So your body doesn't produce ketones all the time.
Not all the time. It's got to be triggered in an effect.
It's got to be triggered from the lack of carbohydrates.
Lack of carbohydrates, lack of sugar, going with straight protein, especially when you're intermittent fasting, trying to cleanse out your system, trying to rebuild damaged cells and such, regulate guts, try to get your body refocused, reset, if you will, on a pattern so that you can get rid of all the old that's in there and, start feeling better by already burning the energy. So you're feeling better, going out there, doing better things. Now, that was before. And of course, as months and years go by, because a lot of people like to go ahead and say that, going, well, I could just do that and do that. Science and technology are beautiful things. Through the years, things change, makes it better. Some things maybe not as good, some things outstanding. It makes it easier and still healthier. 7 years ago, they discovered that, as soon as I pull one, I'll be more than happy. Oh, let's go with this one. 7 years ago, they discovered that you can actually make erogenous ketones that are biodegradable. I mean, not biodegradable. No. Bioidentical to the ones that are created in your body when you do the keto diet and intermittent fasting. And you can go ahead and pour these into your standard cup, standard shaker bottle, standard whatever. You could even pour it into a half-liter water bottle. Go ahead, shake it up, drink it. And your body it'll go into your body, go into your system, go into your blood, get soaked in. And the difference between all that days and weeks versus this is that this starts working in an hour.
Wow.
You will bypass ketogenesis, go straight into ketosis in an hour.
Now, I can do that without giving up my pasta, without giving up my fruits. Which my fruits and even some vegetables that are high in sugar, and I don't have to give up my chocolates. I mean, am I right?
You don't have to give up the chocolates or anything. Now, granted, if you're trying to go a certain way, then you want to go ahead and do a certain type diet or anything of that nature. But the people that introduced this to me, they've never been on a keto diet. They don't do a keto diet. They don't even do, they may do low carbs. They watch what they're eating, but they're athletes. So they do bring in carbs.
Right, because, athletes like carbs.
Right. They're going to bring in carbs because they're going to need that fuel source. This is just another fuel source.
Okay.
So you could still have the carbs, but if you're looking towards going, I've got all this excess on me, what do I want to do? This will help promote better energy, better focus, better sleep, eliminate that brain fog, helps with curbing your appetite, so you're keep crushing your hunger down. Like I said, sleep like a champ, and it will help promote. It'll burn fat for fuel, thus promoting fat loss.
Now, obviously, if you're using this and getting the ketones in your body from this without doing the dieting but eating properly will obviously help.
Yeah.
So if you cut back on, maybe like you say, okay, I'm going to cut back on my carbs a little bit, less on the pastas and the breads. It's just going to make that even work better. Am I right?
Right. Because when you're taking in a lot of carbs, you're taking in a lot of fuel that is wanting to be burned. And if you're not finding a way to burn, then it's staying dormant in your body. And because of that, now you got all this carbs and all this excess, and now you are just doing whatever, carbs. I mean, again, nothing wrong with pasta. Love all that other stuff. But usually runners and stuff like that will have like a spaghetti dinner or pasta or something, or like any type of athlete will have that before they go do an event the next day, because now they got all that energy, they're using it to burn,
Right.
as opposed to having all that and the only way you're burning is lazy boy cowboy
Well, yeah.
quarterback stuff. But
Yeah.
but of course,
And well, that's a big point right there. I mean, not that I have any extra weight on me. No, we all obviously I do. But when I was younger, I haven't changed my diet.
mm-hmm.
I've changed my lifestyle.
Right.
I'm 65 years old. When I was younger, bodybuilder, pumped iron, ran a lot, did a lot of different things, and eating carbohydrates wasn't a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But now my life is not quite as active, and I haven't changed my diet, and so yeah, I've put on weight. But I think the important thing about this is, honestly, I'm not going to go on the keto diet.
No.
I've read about it. I have friends on it. Kind of too extreme for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not prepared to give up that much of my diet. Now I do kind of tend to think more about it. Like,
right.
Hey, maybe I need to cut back on some of those things.
And that's the beauty of this. You don't, like I said, you don't have to be on a keto diet to do this. You could be on low carb, or you could just, like you said, watch what you eat. Cutting out processed foods, fast foods, even though they're like convenient for the moment. You study the nutrition and you understand why it's convenient for the moment. You cut out that, you've already more than done half the battle. But watch what you're eating, pay attention. You don't have to just go on a surge of, I must watch all this. There's other options out there. There's a lot of, because again, science, technology, nutrition, health, and wise, there's a lot more sugar substitutes out there, sugar alternatives.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to take in all that sugar, and then, which is one of the main hurts, you taking a lot of sugar, again, you're not burning it, and then it's going to hurt you. But if you got like alternatives, like I think, what's the brand, Swerve? I think that's a alternative. And then of course stevia, for like little packets of stevia, which from the stevia plant extract. Use that. I use that in coffee all the time. Diabetic friendly, by the way.
Yeah, and the monk fruit.
Mm-hmm.
The monk fruit sugar.
Yes.
I got some of that at home. I got that. It's a little more expensive than regular sugar, but I have to say, I've heard commentaries on TV about this, and it tends to be true that eating properly actually costs more money than eating poorly.
Right.
Because your cheap foods are the ones that are processed, lots of sugar, lots of this, lots of additives.
Cheaper, processed, easier to grab and go, so they could go ahead and throw all those, all that different types of stuff in there. It's like, but yeah, if you want, well, what does it always compare? You want to get a cheeseburger, then it's going to cost like $1.99 or $2.99. You want to get that salad, it's going to cost like $4.99, maybe $5.99. Just an example. Why they do it, I don't know, but
yeah, but
there's a number of reasons, but
but it does tend to be very true. To eat well does cost a little bit more money than to eat poorly, but not if you're really, really careful about it. If you go down the vegetable aisle and find certain things that are low cost that are very good for you.
Yeah, because when you're into it, and you're like doing your thing, and for me, it was like before being in the Army 23 years, was always doing carbs and all that other stuff, doing my thing. Some things worked, some things didn't. Got out after 23 years, sat around trying to find where to move family, whatever. Finally get over here to Arizona, 2014. After that, not really active as much. Things started piling on. Eventually find out, type 2 diabetic. Try to do something about that. Stuff keeps piling on. Try to lose it the natural. Try to do it like how people say, you just got to exercise and go ahead and get your steady diet and stuff. Which in fact, yes, it's true.
Yes.
Exercise 30 to 60 minutes a day. Try to keep constant body movement. Get a lot of water and eat right. Perfectly understandable. But for some of that, when you're doing that, one thing's gonna fall. Maybe something's will. You might stick with it, but something might fall, and then it's not working. Or else, in my case, it would work, but then I get injured. I mentally get depressed. When I get depressed, then all of a sudden
you're eating more.
You're eating more. Now you're trying to keep your hands busy. Now you're just eating comfort food.
Where's the ice cream? Give me the ice cream.
One of my wake up calls was Christmas night of 2019 when I thought I was having a panic attack. But in fact, when I made my way to the hospital, laying on the bed, on the gurney, and they said, your heart rate's 233 over 130. Oh. Like, I might need a change.
Wow.
But then even that didn't wake me up. New Year's Eve, 2020, I get introduced to your A1C is at 8.7 or 8.9. Like, goodness, I need to go ahead and change something. So I'm trying to walk more, doing things, but I know I'm putting in the work, but I'm not seeing the results that I want to see. So, long story short, a friend of mine introduced me going, hey, do you want to come to this keto party? And here I am thinking, fat kid in me, oh, we having a barbecue? Do I got to bring some meat? I mean, keto, I guess that's all protein, so we barbecuing all day. No. They introduced me to a couple, vegan couple no less. So vegans do this too.
Wow.
I like to point that out.
Yeah.
Because when they were like going keto diet, so you must have all that stuff going. No, vegans are keto too. They introduced me to this. They introduced me and my wife to this. Went through the whole spiel. They said, here, try this. You know, what do you think? And I'm the skeptical one 23 years ago. I don't know. I used to take creatine monohydrate by the spoon and followed it with a grape juice chaser so that I could go ahead and work out. Had the shakes and stuff, but you know, you did what you could. Did that with a reboot. I did a 10-day keto challenge, and since then, just going through the months, 40 pounds drop off me. I'm looking better. I'm feeling better. I'm doing the exercise, but as I like to say with this product, it amplifies your results. So the results you were doing before, you'll get like one version, and a very respectable version. With this, it just like amplified. It just like went that extra mile for you. You're doing things longer. Your endurance is a little bit longer. You just feel your strength a little bit stronger. Just doing all this stuff, and the results showed.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's what's attractive to me about it is, I'm not going to probably go to extreme. I can tell you. Like, I did talk to a coworker today, and I said, hey, let's start hitting the gym at lunchtime again. Like we did that before COVID. We were going to the gym on post, during lunchtime, and it's just a walk from our building.
Yeah.
So little efforts like that, and I can make an effort to change some things about my diet, but I'm not going to go to an extreme. I know about me myself. I'm not going to go to an extreme diet. I don't even want to go to an extreme diet. No. But making some small changes, maybe working out a little bit again, maybe cutting out some certain foods, not having them as often. Like, okay, every night's not going to be a pasta night, but maybe once a week or something. And then I add that to it, this kicker that goes in and says, okay, we're going to start burning fat today.
We're going to go to work for you.
Not 2 weeks from now if you stick on this super strict diet, but it's going to start right now, today, giving you some added energy and burning some fat. That's pretty attractive to me.
And the one thing that people need to know, if you're gonna, here, let's put it this way: the average person I just recently went to Louisville because we had a Prove It convention called Hacking Better. So we got to hear a lot of different guest speakers to include Ed Mylett. I never knew who Ed Mylett was until that day. He is a powerful motivational speaker, and he just gets he says the right things, and he lives the example. And just listening to also CEO Brian Underwood, Blake, Dustin, all the other people out there, we got a real good product. And one of the things that was taught to us is like the average person usually gets like maybe 2,600 steps a day. And because of that, there's a lot of people who aren't moving as much, or ouch, it hurts, or oh, you know, you just got to try and get out there and move a little bit more. If you could boost your, like they say, 10,000 steps a day, try and do it. You know, if you need to park the car and walk a little bit further or do your things, that's great. Now with this, just because I said all that, it's like, well, that's great. This actually gives you just that little bit of that energy boost that you're looking for to where you'll want to do it.
You're not dragging
Right.
all day.
You're not dragging all day thinking like going, well, you know, a talk's a good game, but, you know, I just don't want to like, well, now here is when I took this. I was like maybe every other morning I would go out with the wife and walk, and every other after work do something. Because as soon as I touch that lazy boy chair, it's done. But I was going out there and I'm getting in at least 2 a day. But that's just me. Every person varies. That's understandable. Yeah. But it gives you that energy to where you're like going, I don't have to do something, but I just want to. One of these is like an average cup of coffee, 8 ounces. So about 90, 95 milligrams of caffeine. Compared to like a Coke, I think a Coke is like 40, 45 milligrams. So an average cup of coffee. Anybody who's in the military, you know you've had 4 cups of coffee a day, if not more.
And I got to say, you know, I've been around a little while, you know, and I think back in my younger days, back then, you know, when we used to walk to school for 10 miles in the snow. No, I'm kidding. I never did that. Right. But honestly, when I was younger, I knew very, very few people that had a job where they sat down all day. Seriously. I mean, the idea, we didn't have cubicles. We didn't have computers. The only kind of people that sat down all day on a job were people like maybe a bookkeeper, an accountant, or a banker. You know, everybody else was working. When you went to a job, you physically were up and about doing something, whether it was loading a truck, stocking the shelves. You were doing something physical all day long.
You was out there putting in that work
for 8 hours. Okay. And then our society has changed, and obviously the majority of people now are sitting on a chair all day for 8 hours, either in an office or in a cubicle.
Or at home. Welcome to the wonderful world of telework.
Or working at home on a computer. So I'm noticing, and don't get offended, but even younger people today need something like this.
Yes.
Because I'm seeing younger people that are already putting on some weight and not eating as healthy because that, you know, you get in that mode where you're sitting all day and you go home and you're still tired. It's weird because when I used to have, and I've had some really hard physical jobs, like did framing when I was younger, building houses. That's hard work, working in warehouses, and you physically are tired, but you go home and you feel good. You go home and you're like, man, I'm tired, but I feel good. And then you could have a big bowl of pasta and not worry about it. You're like, okay, bring it on, you know, because I'm going to burn it off again tomorrow. And that's changed for the majority of us. There are people out there still, and I compliment you, the ones out there doing hard work like that and building stuff for us, you know, like construction workers. But there's a lot of people, even young people, that don't have that work life, and they're putting on the weight, and they go home and they're tired. And so the idea of, you got to go hit the gym now. Yeah. Well, I'm like, okay, I don't want to hit the gym now. You know, I've spent 8-9 hours at work and I want to relax. It's kind of funny. And I think this is something that can really help all ages. Now, people like me, obviously, I need a little kick in the butt. But I'm saying I think even younger people can use that little kick in the butt.
One of the good things, and overall, we all get a lot of people get complacent. They're just like going, all right, this is my routine. This is what I'm good with. You still gotta do self-care. You have to take care of you. You can't take care of others unless you take care of you first. Yeah. Because your job is, and we use this one in the military, you're nothing but a line and a paragraph number. That is it. When you're gone, Give the 1-2 week grace period, and you're replaced.
Then-
It's true.
What was that guy's name again?
Wasn't that whatever, Johnny? Come on over
Sergeant,
here.
the guy. Yeah. You're forgotten very quickly.
Yeah, but with this, I mean, it's real good because that energy is there. I've had I do vendor sales. Usually over at the mall. I'll be there for first Saturdays. The Butterfly Club, which creates wigs for women and children who are battling cancer. Also, Cochise Crafters, they all have an event at the mall, and plus other areas within Cochise County.
What time?
They all vary, but usually if it's over at the mall, it'll start around 10.
What time are you there?
I'm usually there at around 8:30, 9, setting up.
Okay.
Even though it don't take that long because I got it down to a science.
But the best time to catch you's in the morning.
You can catch me in the morning, and I'm usually there. Depending on the organization, it's either from 3 to 5, but I'm there. So and plus I have a Facebook. Search State of Ketones. I'll be putting that link in the comments section later on. Because I know Kathy ain't gonna do it unless she's searching really good.
Well, you're our technician.
I'm the technician. I'm the one that normally puts all that stuff in.
He does all that stuff for us here, so he's got to do it for himself this time.
But search State of Ketones on Facebook. Search State of Ketones on Instagram. You find those two there. If you look on State of Ketones, you'll find my information. But again, I'll post that all later. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm always at the mall or doing something, and I'll have deals, and I'm always there having a conversation. I'm not much more of the selling, but I'll have that ketone conversation so people will understand that this isn't, I'm trying to make a sale, have a nice day. No, I want you to try it. I want to make sure that it works for you, and I want to make sure that everything's okay. Like we talked about several weeks ago, I want to make sure the customer's okay. I want to make sure that they're getting exactly what they think they're getting. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to say, here, try this, and my name is Billy Bob, and good luck finding me. No, I'm there. You'll find me. I'm local. Sierra Vista, all day long.
Mm-hmm. NAT, what does that stand for? Nat. I keep saying, I'm looking at it in there, and I'm like, what does Nat mean?
That's just one of the brands. It's just...
Is that just a brand name?
Just a brand.
Okay.
The brand is Prove It, but this is just their technology
their
for regular ketones.
Okay.
Yes.
I have to ask a question.
Of course.
I got to know.
Oh,
I'm sure our viewers out there. What is Nat? What is Nat?
This is our regular. We have it in charged, and we have it
blueberry.
In caffeine free. This one is a berry blue, so it's more focused on blueberry. We have other ones like blueberry acai, which is not as blueberry potent. And then we also have Berry Enchanted, which is thank you, lower back pain, which is more of a blueberry and a cherry.
Oh, okay.
We also have other products.
And it's important for people to find the right flavor.
Right.
And because you're not going to drink something unless because you're not, well, I shouldn't say that. Some people do drink stuff that they don't enjoy, but if you're going to stay with it, you want, wow, that tastes so good.
You want to find a flavor you like, and that's one of the things that I offer whenever I have a vendor event or even on one of my sites. Again, it'll be in the comment section. I like to post exactly what I have so that, people can ask that question. What exactly does this taste like? Like, I have a heart tart. So, what does a heart tart taste like? Going, have you ever had a Smartie? Oh, yeah, I've had a Smartie. Think that.
Okay. It's got your name on this one. Eric Classics. It's got his name on it. Eric Classics.
Well, it's Epic Classic, but all right.
It says right there, Eric.
That's a P.
Oh. Okay, I got my glasses. Okay. You're right. It is. Okay.
That's all good. But you know what? I'll claim it for me. I'm going to put a little R on there, and if you get the right packet with the R on there, you get a special gift from me.
See, I got the cloudy brain. I need this stuff.
Well, we have, like I said, regular caffeine and also caffeine-free type. A sweet jam. Think strawberry jam. Mm-hmm. We also have, and this is what you
tried to earlier,
keto cream. We have different flavors. I think you tried the Better Toffee, which is one of the newer ones that came out. We have regular flavors of sweet cream and latte nut. And then we have seasonal flavors like caramel macchiato By the way, JD over at Chill Factor, this is his. I'm just saying. I call out to people.
Is that
this one's all his?
That was his?
He laid claim to that early.
Okay.
Also, the better toffee. Also, I'm just gonna say it regularly. Pumpkin spice. I always joke around. Ever since a joke I saw one day going, pumpkin spice. And we also got peppermint mocha that usually comes around the holiday season, so that's coming. That is a big seller.
And that goes in, all those are coffee drinks.
All those can go into coffee, tea, or a shake. So you mix them up, and they're a little bit more condensed. So I like to use a handheld frother. I mean, you can stir it up a great deal, but a little handheld frother, you could get them pretty cheap, definitely over at Target, aisle 24, under $10. I'm just saying.
I will say, because you fixed me one of those at our big event at Chill Factor when we had our first event with all the members of our network. Showed up, and he made me a coffee and found it very delicious, the toffee one. And then I took some home. I did pay for them, by the way. I didn't steal. I took them home. I paid for them and took them home.
Oh, he paid.
Oh, yeah. Now early in the morning, I pour my coffee and I pour it and I stir it, and then that's it. And I noticed it wasn't as good as the one you made for me because of that.
Because the little extra that's in there.
Yeah.
It is a little bit more condensed. Yeah. I would highly suggest if you can get your hands on a frother. What's going on, Brandon?
Yeah. I could tell the difference between the one you made for me, where you took the time to do it properly, and my early morning one where I took a spoon and stirred it about 3 times and drank it. So, because it's early in the morning, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Early in the morning, and I'm just
after a couple trials, believe me, in the beginning, I did that little trial. In the beginning, I would put it actually in a shaker that is not normally meant for coffee. So shaking that up to make sure that all the clumps go away. Yeah. Now, granted, when it's hotter in a shaker bottle, you got to watch it because everything starts to combine together. So when I open the top, huge pop because of all the stuff in there. So be careful about doing that in the beginning. Again, trial and error. Yeah, I'm very good for trial and error.
But I'm going to try next the one that you mix with water.
Oh, no problem. I will.
You said you had a flavor that you thought I would like.
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
But first, I want to go through this other stuff.
I'm anxious to try it.
I know he is.
I'm anxious to try it.
I also have ketone. This is Keto Pro. It is with ketones and protein. Now, these are normally good for after a workout, after a run, after a walk, after work.
But wouldn't it be good before a workout?
Excuse me. You could do that if you like, but it more helps your muscles repair themselves after you've been working out.
I got you.
So, what's good for a pre-workout?
Is that
yes?
Okay.
And normally I'll go ahead and make one of these while I'm going out to the gym and drinking it as I'm working out, or while I'm on a walk with my wife. You could also have these like maybe 30 to 60 minutes before a meal, and then it'll help fill you up so it won't make you as hungry. Or if you're looking for that late night snack, you can make one of these, and that'll be your late night snack, and that'll fill you up.
So now we're talking athletes.
Not just athletes, anybody.
I'm saying though, these products are great for athletes, whether I'm not saying you have to be a professional athlete, but people that are hitting the gym, working out hard, whether it be weights or aerobics or whatever, you have products that help them.
Yep. A lot of
enhance that workout. Yes. Basically, it's like, okay, you did your part, you did this hard workout. Now this is going to help you recuperate and build that muscle.
This is going to help repair yourself so you can go ahead, get fixed back up so you can go back in there, hit it again strong, or whatever, any everyday life, go out, you'll feel a lot better, you'll feel a lot stronger doing what you do.
Yeah.
And this is pretty good. It's got a good I want to say 6.
That's a vanilla.
6 grams of protein. Yes, we have different flavors. Normal everyday flavors, we have like an orange cream, a chocolate, a banana. Some of the more seasonal, we have this vanilla, We have ooh, I have that here. Haha. I have chai nights, exactly what you would think of a chai, and we have a creamy mint, among other things. Now the creamy mint. Let me go ahead and do a little comparison shopping right here. You mix one of these with some water. No, mix one of these with some almond milk or regular milk. I would choose like maybe Fairlife or something. It's got half the sugar or something. I like to use an unsweet almond milk because it has no sugar and has less than 1 carb. I'll put that in there with some ice. This in there in a blender. And if anybody's ever had, some would call it a milkshake.
Oh, okay.
This would be just like that, but the only difference is that McShake's got a lot of sugar.
Oh,
this
we're talking Shamrock Shake.
Yes.
Okay.
This
we're not promoting.
We're not promoting.
No,
we're just
but
comparison.
We're just comparison. Shamrock Shake. We know where that comes from. Only certain time of year.
Yep.
This would taste like that.
Just like that.
Milk. Just like that.
And also, like the coffee.
Without the sugar.
Like that pumpkin spice that I mentioned. If you was to get it from other organizations, other places that sell them, there would be more sugar in there. You could do it the same way like this, and no sugar in there. The stevia sweetener extract is in there.
Okay.
It's still
So we got flavor
and
drinks,
ketones.
flavor drinks without the sugar, and the ketones.
Yep.
So now it's like a super whammy because you're reducing your sugar intake, your carbohydrates. At the same time, you're almost instantly building ketones in your system, which is going to burn your fat. It's going to say, okay, I don't have enough carbohydrates here. Let's burn this fat that's available, which on some of us is readily available. It's like
sugar super. Oh, I thought you said sugar whammy. See, I got to adjust my contact once in a while.
Whammy. Yeah, there we go.
Now, as that one guy said, but wait, there's more.
Okay.
We also have. Now, some people may take this the wrong way, but it's truly the way that it's identified. These are liquid capsules of ketones. There's a difference. We normally call them Mexican ketones. Why? Because they're made specifically for distribution in Mexico. Now, the company is out of Louisville, Kentucky. The distribution center is just outside of Dallas, Texas. But when we send products over to Mexico, it's got to be made a certain way, so they can only have it with liquid type. And the reason for that is where the packets, when you think keto, there's going to be some sodium in there. No salt.
Okay.
No salt in these.
So
it's just a liquid concentrate that you would pour, that you'd shake the exact same way, and you go ahead and have it like that.
So the country of Mexico actually has a standard that says, no, you have to only sell it this way.
Yes.
Wow, isn't that interesting?
I mean, we go around the world, and there's some places like Germany. No, because of some of the items that are in here are not authorized or approved of by like the Germans' version of FDA. So, but things are being worked on as we speak.
Okay,
so.
and it's kind of a new product.
Yeah, it's been
so
around
every
for 7
country.
years.
So every country, how long?
7 years.
That's very new
Very
for an actual product.
It is growing huge.
So there are going to be some countries out there that haven't done their examination or testing or whatever approval process along. It's the same thing here. There's certain things that you can bring from Europe that you bring it here. Oh, nope, you can't
it's
have
like
that.
a lot of the preservatives and such that we use in our food is unheard of over there, and it's not allowed.
Yeah.
Now, some of the other things I talked about this earlier. We have a 24 and a 60-hour reboot, which helps intermittent fasting. Okay. So you want to normally we try to do a 24-hour fasting once a week. We try to do a 60-hour fasting once a month. It sounds unheard.
60-hour fasting?
It sounds unheard of, but considering what's in one of these boxes, you have ketones already in there, so it's going to help curb your appetite. You also got broth in there. I had examples. These aren't the exact broths in there, but just types of examples. These are also seasonal. Everything bagel and spicy elotes for like corn.
Wow. So there are people out there actually doing long-term fasting.
My wife and I, when we get back from Maryland on the 25th, we're gonna be doing a 60-hour reboot.
That's how many days? 48, so 24, 48.
2.5 days.
Oh, 2.5 days. Mm-hmm. 2.5 days of fasting.
Yep. And
I've done a 24-hour fast in my previous life. Never anything that long.
And like you said, you would think going, it's got to be difficult. You're not going to be eating or anything. Not so much. Really not, because you already got water that's going to be in your system, which is your natural fat burner of all time. And then, like I said, the ketones to help curb your appetite. The broth would help regulate your gut. You're getting rid of all that, repair the cells and such.
And I got to ask this question because you told me already you're diabetic.
I am type 2 diabetic, yes.
Okay. So my understanding is when you're diabetic, sometimes you have to eat. And yet you can fast for 60 hours. Explain that.
For me, I can do that. I mean, to each their own. First and foremost, if you're going to try a product and you're not sure of something, check with your physician.
And I would say the same thing. If you're going to diet or if you're going to do the fast,
right,
and you have other health issues, I think if you're a young, healthy person, you don't have to worry about it. But if you have other health issues, consult with your doctor.
Yes, consult with your doctor, consult with your physician. If you're just not sure in the beginning and you want to gain some knowledge, you could always go into a search engine, ketones, and whatever you're like worried about, like ketones, diabetes, ketones, epilepsy, ketones, no gallbladder. Like if you're a type 1 diabetic, I personally would not suggest it. One of my first questions was, I was a type 2 diabetic. Of course, they're not the people that talk to me, Chris and Danny Webb, are not physicians, but from stories that they heard from others, it worked like a champ. But as always, check with your physician. Don't take the words for it. Find out for yourself if you feel like you should go that route.
But in this box, there are products that you're taking throughout
the period.
Period of time that you're doing the 60-hour. And is this? I imagine this is
the same way. Thing, but a 24-hour way.
24
when you're doing one of these, you're gonna have a ketones nat in the morning. More than likely, it's a charged one, so you're gonna have that caffeine and going. You're gonna have the broth at around 12. Another ketone nat, caffeine free around 3, and then you're gonna have your final broth at around 6. And you're drinking water, do other things. If you need to, you can have one regular cup of just black coffee, not vanilla bean coffee, straight black coffee, low to no carbs, no sugar.
Now this one sounds pretty easy, because this one you eat your last meal at this time on Sunday, for example. I mean, you pick whatever day, right?
Yeah.
And then that evening, you're taking this one product to get you through the evening. In the morning, another product. The noon, another product. So you really only are skipping breakfast and lunch that second day, and then by the next evening, you're having a meal. It tells you protein and vegetables. This one's very doable.
It's an easy 24-hour period. A lot of times you may have already done like a fasting and not even considered it. I mean, considering what time you go to bed or whatever, you've already like locked in about give or take 6 or 8 hours. Some may be less, some may be more, some who are more. Go find a job. No.
There are times I can think of times in college where I forgot to eat.
Yeah.
I was busy with a lot of activities. I was, not just schooling, but work. And then I also was real involved in other things on campus. And there were times I realized, man, I forgot to eat for like a day. And so it's,
All right. You ready?
Oh, is this my sample?
This is you.
All right. I'm ready.
It's now the Rob Show. I just want to let everybody know this is where we're going to go ahead and do a little test subject on Rob and make sure that he's able to go ahead and get through that. He'll get through this.
Yeah.
And he told me he was more of a sweet person. So I checked the vault. I went deep into the State of Ketone Z vault, and I found Maui Punch.
Ooh.
So it's more like a fruit punch. So just to know, that's where we're going with this.
Okay.
And also, everybody can see just how easy this is. Now, I said a half-liter bottle of water, which is like normally, if you look on here, you say 12 to 16 ounces. If it's too sweet for you, add more water. I have a full liter bottle that I normally use, so it's not as sweet. I mean, it doesn't face me.
You'll put one of those in that size bottle?
I'm gonna put it in this one.
No, but
for
for you,
for me, I'll put one of these in a full-size one.
okay. And then it lasts you longer throughout the day.
It lasts you longer. And also, I've known people who will like do the half-liter bottle of water, mix this in, and throw in some ice and crush it up, so it'll actually make up to a full liter bottle or even more. So it's like it subconsciously makes it seem more filling.
Okay. So there's flexibility. I mean, it's like you got the basic directions, but people can decide for themselves.
How they want to do it.
How I want to do it.
If it's too sweet or if it's too sweet or whatever, add more water or take away water. If you're taking this product and you feel, and it has happened, trial and error, that when you're trying something in the beginning, your stomach might not agree with it. You could actually, and I'll just, for an example, you could split the product in here like in half, put half in one bottle of water and have it in the morning, and have the other half bottle of water and later on in the afternoon. And also at the same time, you more likely want to have some high protein item in your stomach, like maybe some scrambled eggs or half an avocado. So there's something settling in there. So it doesn't like your stomach's like, oh, it hurts.
Okay.
But
the stuff in the coffee.
Try to see what it smells like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you good?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to make sure he gets the full scenario, full Monty. No, not the full Monty. That's something else altogether. No, we're not doing full Monty. No. So yeah, just go ahead, pour it in there,
and everybody can see how easy this is to make now too. You know,
just crack open one bottle of water. Now these shaker bottles, you could also get them at Walmart or any other place. There are maybe 10 or 12. I don't know. It depends where you go. And they have like a little steel ball in there, to where you're able to blend a powder or whatever you're putting in there, depending on what your drink is, either Kool-Aid or a protein shake or anything of that nature, so that it mixes a lot easier. Or you could pour it in the actual half-liter bottle of water. It all depends on you.
But everybody likes to have a cool water bottle.
Everybody likes to have a nice cool water bottle, because then when you're walking around and you're shaking your water bottle and you're walking up and down the aisle like, oh, what are you shaking? I'm like, oh, I'm shaking my ketones. You drink ketones? What are ketones? Well, we should have a conversation. So, and granted, it's a blue type bottle, but you can see the color of the Maui Punch, which is nice, like the fruit punch. You just shake it a little bit more, make sure it's good to go. I was never a bartender.
So all these people
I know a lot of bartenders.
So all these people walking around drinking, gallons of water every day, which is fine. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's good for some. But with this, they're getting the water intake that they want during the day. They're getting flavor with their water instead of just drinking plain water. And they're getting something that can help them have energy and lose weight.
Yep. Help them with energy, help them with that focus, have some better sleep. Before, when I would sleep, when I wake up usually in the middle of the night, because if anybody knows me, Calvzilla. I ain't showing them on here. You have to pay attention to my page. I'm going to make a post about that later. But I got some bigger than normal calves.
Oh.
And because of that, sometimes they like to cramp up. And usually they like to cramp up like diamonds at around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I've been drinking this.
What's to wake you up?
Oh, real bad. I'll drink this with some Mitoplex, something I didn't bring, but that we also have because it helps hydrate your muscles. So doing that, I haven't woken up since March of last year.
All right. So here we go.
Here's to you.
Now here's my honest reaction. That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
That is very good.
Now it's just with like I said, regular half-liter bottle of water, so it's a little bit more sweet.
That mixed up perfectly.
Yep.
There is nothing
Like, I don't know if you'll see it, but there's like a. Oh yeah, you ain't seeing that. That's all.
that all mixed up perfectly. Just shaking it.
Mm-hmm.
No. I just lost 5 pounds. Okay, maybe it didn't happen that fast.
If I had that product, believe me, I would be here every day promoting that, having people lined up around the block in lines of 4s.
That's tasty. That's tasty. But you also feel like when you're drinking it, you feel like you're doing something for your body.
Yes.
You do. I don't know, maybe it's psychological because I know what's in it, but it almost feels like you're doing something for your body. You're like, whoa, I just introduced something new. You can tell. So
it's a good feeling. Like I said, you're gonna want to get out. You're gonna want to do something. Not that you have to do something, but because now I've got this energy, and it's not a shaky quirk energy. Like I said, it's like an average cup of coffee, average 8 ounce. So it's like I feel good. I'll just go walk around the block, or maybe 1, maybe 2, or just do something. Just be a little bit more proactive.
Well, I think the big point that you made tonight that impressed me the most, to be honest, was the 1 hour. Because if I want to try to lose a little weight, okay, but I'm not going to go to extreme. And I know that if I drink this, that I have something in my body that's going to be working within an hour. I can plan that day and say, okay, when I drink this, I'm going to have a lunch of protein, for example.
Yep.
And I know my body's going to be eating up some or some fat that afternoon. Maybe the next day I decide I'm just going to eat whatever I eat. But I can actually plan, where if I go on a diet, I have to plan for the next month. You know what I'm saying? I have to say, okay, for the whole next month, I'm going to eat this and only this. I'm not going to eat that. And here's what I'm going to have in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. And it's a lot of effort and a lot of planning and a lot of work and a lot of commitment. But with this, I can actually do it on a daily, is what I'm trying to say, is I can do it on a daily basis and say, today I'm going to drink my ketones and I'm going to cut out the carbs, at least for lunch and breakfast or whatever. And I'm gonna get some results, and then maybe I decide to do it again the next day, or maybe the next day I'm like, okay, today I'm just gonna have a hamburger and do that, and I'm gonna get results.
Yep.
Now it's not gonna be as extreme,
not as extreme, but
I'm gonna get results.
You're gonna get some results. Now, I've had some people when they've done this, they're like, oh, well, I haven't seen any results or anything. Like, okay, well, how have you been taking them? Well, I drink them during the weekend. You can't be a weekend warrior when you drink this. You drink these daily. I mean, that's to keep it going. It's like I always did with medicine. Whenever I took medicine, like I would take 1 or 2 then, and then I'll feel okay, and then maybe I'll take something later. It's like, well, I don't feel like I'm getting the full effect of it because I'm not taking it repeatedly like it should, because then it might get used to it, it might not, and then it's not working. With these, I took it daily. I was on a set pattern. I knew what I wanted to do. And it's not that difficult. You just wake up in the morning, you're shaking one of these, and you can either drink it while you're at home or drink it on the way to work. Usually try to take it in within like a 30-minute period. Not sooner. You don't want to slam it, otherwise you might be slamming.
Well, everybody today is carrying a water bottle.
Everybody's carrying one. Whenever you look around.
Everybody is. I mean, they even spend a lot of money on their water bottles. It's like it's gotten to be a craze where, okay, how fancy of a water bottle can I have? But basically everybody is walking around. So all you do in the morning, put this in your water that you're going to walk out the house with and shake it up.
Drive it on the way to work, take it into work. You drink a little bit more and just keeps you going throughout the day. All right, I'm going to snitch on myself, but only I snitch on myself. Nobody else snitches on me. But I'm just saying,
snitch on
this keyboard that's in front of us right here, I got one at work because I'm one of those warriors who now work me at the cubicle. I would be notorious for falling asleep on the keyboard and then having LXMZY, on my side of my face. I ain't been doing that since March last year. I'm wide awake, ready to go. Let's do something.
That's funny. You actually did that?
No, I'm not proud of it, but it happens. I'm pretty good at I would be pretty good at falling asleep like this with my hand on the mouse, So when they're like going, "Are you sleeping?" Then all of a sudden my hand would move on the mouse. So
Yeah.
I'm going,
Yeah.
like that's how professional I got in my sleeping.
That's never happened to me
But since
ever.
then, no,
Ever.
I'm good.
Never ever happened to me. I'm lying. I'm lying. Okay.
He says
I'm
never
lying.
ever. I
Yeah.
believe him.
Yeah. Yeah.
The ketone villain cares.
Yeah. I've dozed off a number of times looking at a computer screen for long enough.
There we go.
Yeah. Depends on what I'm looking at, too.
Oh, yeah.
But there are some things that will just put me to sleep after a while.
But this has been amazing for me, and not just for me. Because I promote it, I get out there on social media, on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my TikTok. I know, you do what you can. And anybody who's seen my videos on TikTok, I'm sorry, but at the same time, I'm not, because it attracted you.
So this is actually something you got into for yourself.
Yes.
Found that it worked and helped you.
Yes.
And then you decided, I'm going to sell this.
I saw that it worked for me in 2 months, and I went to the people who introduced me to it going, how do I do what you do so I can introduce to everyone else that there is a new avenue that we can go down. You can take this, you can feel good about yourself, and you can get results. I was stationed with Amanda. She is living in West Virginia. We were stationed together in Korea. She wanted to do something for her mommy fats and just do something. All she had at the time was a rower. She was at 157, 160. I've shared these pictures before. If you go on Eric Ziba, you're going to see them again later on Facebook. She tried it for a month and she dropped down to 140, 145. All results are different for each person, but because she stayed true to the program, that's what she did. Another individual, you might know her, Isabel Vaughn. Izzy. She's about to stand about this tall. She was one, and I just posted her picture the other day on my Facebook page. And I always do side by sides because you, the individual, don't see it until you see it.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like 147, and she was wearing her headphones and her shirt and all that. And then I took a picture of her last night at the bowling alley. And I was like, look at these two pictures. Tell me what you see. 147-ish, 117-ish.
Whoa, wow.
And that was for
That's a big difference.
She's been doing like 3 or 4 months, and she's moving faster. Before she was like slow, everything hurt, and not moving as fast. Now she's like walking like a champ. We'll go to Bisbee Stairs, and she's leading others, soldiers, upstairs. Hey.
And I brought that up because I think that's an important factor, because there are some people, they'll come across a business idea.
Mm-hmm.
They'll get into the business idea for the business, and then they're promoting the product.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, are you just promoting it because that was your bit? But you actually got into the product for yourself, found that it worked, and then you decided, you know what? I'm going to promote this to other people that are interested.
Exactly.
So I want to point that out because it's a big factor of the motivation. The motivation was not, I want to start a business, what can I sell?
Mm-hmm.
Which is typical. I mean, a lot of us, you start a business, you're like, and you think to yourself, what can I sell? What can I sell? But you didn't do that. You found this product and it said, I want to sell this. There's a difference.
Yeah, I don't want to sell. I don't want to get it behind me personally. I don't want to get behind a product where I'm going ahead and try and sell it, and don't exactly believe in it. Or I was like, I just jumped on the bandwagon.
Right.
I want to try something, see that, hey, this works. How can I go ahead and get it out there? And I'm always looking for people who I know who've tried the product, who's been working with the product, in case they want to go that route. Going, you can do the exact same thing you're doing. Other people are going to notice you. They're going to ask, what did you do? You tell them, I did this. How can I do that too? Well, here, try some of this. Check, just go ahead and click on this link, which has their referral link. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
And they become promoters too. They're making a side income and such. Everybody's happy. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's full of energy. And the work keeps growing and growing. And again, we're 7 years old. We're still young.
Repeat that part about the side income.
Because I'm a promoter, you make a little side income. It's like I said, another side hustle. So a side hustle is something else they call just like side job or whatever. So it's like, I would like to eventually make this my main income, but I only want to get people who want to do something, not just like oh, I want to sell it too. Have you ever tried it? I don't even know what ketones are. I kind of want you to know what they are before you go ahead and do something about that, because, you know.
I got you. So down the road, other people, if they really want to and they believe in the product, could basically partner with you, or
yes,
and make a little extra income themselves.
Yep,
I got you. Okay.
Because and that's the beautiful thing of this company. Other companies, you think they're like, I'm only in it for myself, or, you know, I don't want you to sign with them, I want you to sign with me. Me, I don't care who you sign with. We're all one big community. We're helping one another. I'm asking another, like it's in Louisville, I was asking other people for ideas on how they promote their side of the business. They were asking me for how I promoted my side of the business. We're all in for the same thing. We all came in for different reasons, but we're all going down that same avenue. So if people want to sign up under me, by all means. If not, if they're in another area, because I have some people like going, well, I live in this area, but, you know, I want to be able to be close to my promoter. Well, that's fine too. I could locate someone out there for you.
Well, plus you're getting the product for
and
less money for yourself, your own use.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, if you're just a customer and you get two people to notice you, and you bring them in under you, then there is a way to where you can get huge, deep discounts on the product
for yourself.
So you could actually I get a lot of mine for free.
Because you're a dealer.
Not just dealer, but even if you're a customer, if you get 2 under you, you could build up and start
just by doing like
free.
referrals.
Yes.
Like you bring you tell somebody else about it. You're not even selling it yourself, but you do referrals. They bring them to you.
You're selling it just by drinking it every day and showing what you've been doing. Because other people, like they did to me, they ask questions. What did you do?
So
this.
Who's going to sign up under me? So I can. No.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. If Rob signs up under me, that's by all means. By all means, Rob can sign up so many people. I've got no problems with it, and I'm going to teach Rob and everybody else. This is what you need to do. If you have any ideas, bring it to the table. But we all want to be successful together. It's one big, huge, positive environment, and that's the only way you could thrive.
All right. Well, that's
Want another shot?
Of course I do. Yeah.
Not another shot, you know, just another.
We're not drinking on the job. Okay?
No.
Well, we are drinking,
but he is getting another free. He is getting another free packet to take home with him, so he can drink it the next day all on his own.
Okay.
I didn't tell him that until now. So,
can I try the blueberry at home? I want to try the blueberry too, because that just really okay.
That's you.
I'm gonna try the blueberry.
It's all you.
Okay. I owe you some chocolates. Or whatever you want at the store.
I'm going to Ruby's because I'm after something. Oh, yeah.
What are you after?
I want the popcorn, the kettle popcorn.
Oh, okay.
I like the kettle popcorn. I'm from the Chicago area. We love some kettle corn.
My wife got some new popcorns in.
Yeah, she told me.
She told you about them?
That's the one I'm after.
The ones with alcohol.
That's the one I'm after.
I don't know how she found those.
Not that bad, but
I don't know how she found those, but she found alcohol flavored popcorns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Guys, we have been having a great time. Rob's enjoying his drink immensely. He's really going to enjoy it.
Oh, we went over, didn't we?
I know.
Wow.
That's who I am, you know. I'm a talker. I swear I'm a talker.
I didn't even realize an hour has gone by already.
Remember, as always, with these videos, like, share, comment. Something not all of you did, but that's okay because I was talking a lot. I rarely get a chance to see it. Like and share these so that we can get this out to the community to let everybody know that we have veterans out here with small businesses wanting to help you, the public, and everyone else to show everybody, hey, we got a great thing going on over here, and we want everybody to get involved.
I can't top that.
Yeah,
I can't top that.
That's why I'm the technical guy. He's the face that runs the place.
I can't top that. That was okay. Hey, who's going to be on the show next week?
You took my line.
I did. Who's going to be on the show, Eric, next week?
Well, you know, we got to keep the people in suspense because you got to bring them back in next week. So only if you tune in next week, you'll know who is here for you.
And it
Izzy,
will be
there's Izzy right there. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, Great job, guys. Well, thank you.
She's
one of your big customers.
She
at work.
is amazing. She is amazing. She has done amazing things. You need to see her before and after picture if y'all want to know what's really good. She drank this and she put in the work.
You should have brought her with you tonight.
She usually comes over here, but I guess she was busy.
Well, there you go. All right. So we have testimonies from customers that's an impressive weight loss.
Yes, it is.
That is. I need a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try this product.
We're gonna go ahead and give it a shot.
I am. Yeah.
All
right. We gotta sign off.
Yes,
we got a football game to go watch.
We gotta watch Izzy. I'm gonna go ahead and cheer your Chiefs tonight. How about that?
Oh yeah.
It's the Chargers. I mean, it's an easy bet.
Yeah.
I'm not upsetting Charger fans. I'm a Bears fan. Think about it. I've been dealing for years. Oh my God. And we got to play the Packers this week on Sunday night. Please, let's do to them what we did to San Francisco.
You just got to do to them what the Vikings did.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys put Aaron Rodgers in his place, son.
Yes, we did. And it was a joy. It's all right.
All right.
Good night.
That is it for us. We are going to head out of here. Rob's going to take the rest of this. He's going to drink his berry blue, and I'm sure he's going to share about his experience next week. I'm going to be in Maryland for a week, so I will see you 2 weeks from now. But until then, pay attention to the Warrior Healing Network. Y'all have a great day, and da Bears, Michael Zier. Yeah. Stay tuned for the Michael Zier Show tomorrow at 9 or 10. I think 10 if I'm not mistaken. I'm just running over big time. I'm all right.
That's all right.
Y'all take care. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.